there, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Bucket List, the contest where this season you don't actually have to do anything except enter, and you have the possibility of winning. So, where were we at? We had just sold a bunch of stuff. Dude, that is an awesome little gift down there. That's got to be from a movie, though. No, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, that's a sweet gift. So, let's see. We had just got through selling this stuff, and we're going back to the outpost to see if we have a new mission today. Which it does not look like we do. We recently purchased the iron pipe. We have 700 rounds for our beta Tomcat. And we're going to go outside to see what all we can snatch up. And like I said last time, I meant to do this last time, but I wanted to open the menu and change it back to single player because we are not having fun with all of these people creating aggro in here. Yeah. In case you're wondering, I always play on good graphics detail. It saves me a little bit of lagginess, and it also gets rid of the static that's on the screen if you put it in the best. And I really don't care for the static. I know it's like, I guess it's supposed to make it look more like a movie or whatever, but yeah, I really don't care for it. Okay, so we're gonna go loot real quick, and then we will go back to the outpost and see if there is another mission up for today. So I will probably let everybody skip some of this. Listening to me talk, I know is not the most fun thing in the world, but if anything happens awesome or whatnot, I will bring you back in. Okay, I have 100% EXP, and I'm probably getting close to being full here. Maybe, if this thing will ever search. Oh, there we go. No, that was ammo. So I am probably getting pretty close to being full. I'm not very far out from the outpost, actually. And, as you can see, the frame rate is much improved over whenever I was playing a multiplayer. That's one of the problems with this game, I think, is that it could use a little bit of brushing up on the frame rate whenever you are in-game. Every time somebody comes into an area or leaves an area, it totally lags out your game. And it's very noticeable when playing, because occasionally that will cause your guy to do weird stuff. Sometimes, like, you press a key right as somebody's entering, and he doesn't do the action that key would otherwise command him to do. So, yeah, I really think that needs to be worked on. It's one of my few complaints with this one. I don't have many complaints though, so it's not like it's a real big deal. I mean, you can always play it on single player, but whenever I want to join my friends on here, you know, gotta make sure I ain't getting killed by lag. Though I will admit, the number of lag deaths versus the number of lag deaths blamed on lag are probably not the same. But it's nice to have something to blame other than yourself. You almost got hit right there. Man, I'm never gonna fill up my inventory getting all this cash, which I'm totally okay with, but I ain't never gonna fill up my inventory. I did want to mention another little tip and trick for this particular game. I always tend to buy my weapons. I don't like waiting to just find the next best weapon or whatever. My reason for that is because as you level up, chances are you will level up your skills way faster than you will actually find the weapons. I forget what the ratio is of searches to actual good finds, but it's very low. You won't find really good items very often. It states in the Death Row Loot Party website that if you're impatient, this is really not a game for you, kind of thing, because you have to have a lot of patience with the finding capabilities of this. I can tell you with Warden, he's level 70 right now, and the number of finds that I have found, while a gold member, were decent. Maybe one in every several hundred finds would be a really, really good find. Like, I would say several $100,000 worth of equipment and stuff like that. The majority of the time, though, especially if you're not a gold member, and I've played this game as both gold and not, you're probably up there in the thousands of loot before you will find really, really good items. So yeah, patience is definitely a virtue in this game, and that's also why I suggest buying the equipment. Go ahead, sell all your small crap, and get that out of your way, so that way you actually have some cash to buy better equipment. And my food meter just went to fine, which I will take care of that right now. Another thing is armor. Armor, on the other hand, even though it will take you forever to find it versus the stats you're able to use it with, typically those stats you're not working on your strength a whole lot, and your endurance goes up pretty slow as well. So it's not really as necessary to... Yeah, there we go. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check how much that gave me. Still 20? Yeah, still 20. Okay. So, like, we are already level 9, according to my EXP meter over here. Even though we are level 9, if my game would ever come back on, our strength is not very high, so we still can't sport a real, like, decent armor yet. The Exterminator Reactive XT, for instance, I have never found with Warden or any other alternate character that I had, I've never found a Exterminator Reactive XT. It's just one of those things. I've gotten them in the Easter eggs, which you can buy with credits, but I have not, for whatever reason, either... I mean, I'm sure it is lootable. It should be lootable. I found the reactive Exterminator Reactive armor, and I found Exterminator Mesh, or Mesh Reactive Exterminator, I don't know, whatever it's called. I found the ones below it, but I've never found up to the one that I actually wear. So, like I said, I don't know if that's a thing or if it's just coincidence. Maybe I'm just unlucky, but I've never found it, and probably, I would say I have looted a couple 100,000 things over the last several years, and I have never found one of those pieces of armor. And I've looted several thousands of black, or what used to be the old red, but now it's black, end zone corpses and cars and houses and trash cans and everything else. And you don't find it there. I said trash cans, dumpsters. Trash cans typically don't have stuff, but dumpsters. And I can't find anything high level like that that's worth like millions of dollars. Same thing for like the Rex 557 or 577, whatever it is. I haven't found one of those, even as many times as I've been to black. And I mean, since it's been incorporated into the game, okay, I'm gonna apparently have to reload this, so let me reload that. But as many times as I've had to go out there and look for stuff, I've never accidentally come across one, whereas I hear people all the time telling me, hey, I went out to End Zone and look what I found, and it's Rex. I'm like, God, sucks to be me. Anyway, so let's see if this will put me back where I was. Yeah, so I'm incredibly unlucky whenever it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm more that's the same reason I don't play card games. It's because I always get dealt the worst hands, especially in like anything that has a random chance of, really sticking it to you. Yeah, that's gonna happen to me. I'm not gonna get the best rolls. I'm not gonna get the best hands. I'm not gonna get whatever. And it's usually at the worst possible moments at that, in the middle of a battle in a D&D game and you get the worst roll ever on the dice. Yeah, that sucks. So, not that I really play D&D all that much, but yeah, I think I've played like one game of D&D in my life. But that's what happened, and that's probably why I didn't go back. Same thing with like board games, Risk. I tried playing Risk. I couldn't win. It didn't matter if I had 100,000 troops to their 10. They would beat me every time because the dice always fell in their favor. And it was just, it's like statistically improbable that I will ever win. Except for on games whenever they're hack and slash like this. Hack and slash and strategy games and stuff like that, I usually tend to do pretty good at because it's not based on luck, it's more based on skill. And that's just what I like. I like that kind of game. Same thing with Minecraft. I very rarely get the rare drops, but because Minecraft is pretty good about allowing you to do things without rare drops, and it makes it more of a skill-based game, I'd like to think I'm pretty decent at Minecraft. So, skill versus luck, I'm definitely on the skill side. I would much prefer to have more skill than just have everything based in, oh, well, I might get it later. Yeah, I'd rather just buy it and do that. But like I said, armor, tad bit different story. Because your armor isn't going to, you're not going to be able to wear the highest armors anytime soon. It's better just to wait and see what you can find first. And then if you are really, really high and you can hold like the maximum armor, then you can go ahead and buy out whatever you can. But yeah, I wouldn't buy it like up front and just like have it in your stock waiting for you. That's a waste of money in my opinion, when you could better be spending it on weapons. And armor's not really the necessity of this game. There's a lot of other things that I would consider far more important than armor. Weapons being the number one thing that's most important. And second to armor, I would probably put having the right food and medical supplies in your inventory. A lockbox is one of those things that you need to have up front, because if you're out in the city looting and you get a ton of cash, like several $1,000s, you die and lose that mess, you are going to be raging. Yeah, that sucks whenever that happens. And it happened to me several times. That's why I went ahead and bought me like the biggest lockbox I could possibly afford. Those little boxes just ain't, they don't do much justice whenever you're out in the end zone looting. And then you get hit by a leaper, die, lose $4,000 or $5,000. Yeah, that's not fun at all. And then, like I said, it doesn't matter what kind of armor you have. A leaper kills you in one hit. And back to the outpost where we have officially leveled up. Now we're going to work on the agility, which we're almost to 100, so 2 more levels and we will be done with that. And in proficiency points, we have another 10 levels or so. No, 11 levels before we are finished with the melee proficiency, and we can start working on, I think I've officially decided to go with pistols, just because he already has 5 pistol points on his scale here. Like I said, if you get this person and you go ahead and decide to get a gold membership, spend those credits on giving him, a profession change, and redistribute the points like you want them over here in the proficiencies. I would keep the melee, because what I'm going to give away with the melee skills is definitely what you need, no matter what, no matter what person your guy is, no matter what profession your guy is. Melee is just an all around. If you run out of bullets, melee wins every time. So yeah, don't get stuck out there in the middle of the dark black and all of a sudden out of bullets. And all you have is guns, because that's gonna really suck. And then all you have is fists. And fists, believe it or not, do a little bit of damage, but it is nothing compared to the stuff that the monsters in the end deal to you. So let's go ahead and sell some of this mess. And we are only going to keep one box of handgun bullets on us, so we are going to sell the extra box. And I think, let's look in our storage real quick, because the storage I should have full right now. Yes, I have it full with steri strips at the top. We're going to keep the steri strips since we are gaining levels increasingly fast. Let's see, do I want to, yes, I want to keep that beer. Candy is still the best for me at the moment. Oh, restores 30. So we're going to trade that with the dog biscuits. Chips restore 15, candy is 25, beer is 20. 30, 25, 20. Excellent. Okay, so we will go back. We will sell the crap. We will deposit our... here we go. The doll. Yes, this is one of the old ones. So we will get to see what this looks like, since all the streets and everything have been updated. Found a little girl wandering the streets. Yeah, this mission, all you have to do is find the doll. I'd like you to look for the doll. Hopefully being reunited with it will trigger, yeah. So that way they can get the little girl to start talking. So it's a find it mission. A fairly easy one, since it is in Nastia's Holdout. Now, the thing about find it missions, and I'm going to explain this as I'm going into the marketplace. The thing about find it missions are that the item that you're looking for may be in the first area that you go into. Once you go from that area to another area and then back to the original area, even if you've searched the entire area, all of those lootable things that you searched will be reset. And so you may search the same thing 2 or 3 times, but it may be in that particular thing. So it's okay to just like go off screen and then come back into that area and re-loot all the same stuff, especially if you know exactly where all the lootable stuff is. It's only a % chance of finding that certain thing, so there's not one specific place for any of this. And like I said, it is a doll, and you cannot have a full inventory whenever you're looking for this. So we're just going to go straight to it, maybe kill some stuff in between, and then we'll find it, then we'll loot our way back. So that's how that's going to work for this one. Okay, and we're back, and as you can see, there's only 3 things left in my selling inventory, even though I had all this stuff ready to go. Good chance that that is people buying up my stuff, because I do sell it cheaper than everybody else. They're probably buying up my stuff, and then they're going to sell it on the market for a marked up price. There's a lot of people that do that, and I hate whenever people do that, but that's why I sell it for $1 less every time. So that way, everything that they buy of mine, they make a little bit less in the marketplace. I used to go like half price on everything that I sold. Stop undercutting you. You're not only screwing yourself, but everybody else. Nocturnal Necromaniac. Stop undercutting. You're not only screwing yourself, but everybody. You know, some people just don't understand capitalism. You know, the reason why my items sell so fast and do so well in the market, and the reason why I have so many friends, is because my prices are the best. And they're legitimately the best. So, people who don't like people undercutting them, yeah, those people are the ones who are out just for money. And in this game, money is worth a lot, because you do have to buy certain items, like weapons are typically stuff you have to buy. Occasionally you'll find a good one that you can actually use, but most of the time you're going to find stuff that you don't even have any stats for, because it's not your proficiency. Yeah, so, they're just sore losers. That's all that really is. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to find the doll. Find the doll, and we will, let's see, hang on, which direction do I need to go? I think I need to go straight ahead and then down. Right? I sold it all in the marketplace there, dude. Oh, no, it's straight down now. Straight down. Okay, so I have 3 areas that I can look for it in. Okay. Some people may notice that there is a cut every time I go outside. Fraps started working with Dead Frontier. The problem that I still have, though, is that even though Fraps still works, if you change from the marketplace midstream and then go outside while you're recording, it'll start recording, but it'll be like super jumpy and it'll be skipping around and stuff, and it just looks horrible, and I don't know why that is. But if you stop recording as you walk outside and then start recording again once you're outside, then it's like Fraps works awesome again. And I don't know what the deal is with that. Something about the transition between the screens or something. And I should get some pretty good loot from this guy. Typically the guys give a little bit better loot than the ladies, or at least in my experience. I'm sure that's another statistical anomaly. Yes. It's almost done, and whenever I search and find something, it should bring everybody down. An Uzi! Yeah, well, I will have to keep that in my inventory because we are going to be leveling up the machine gun skill later on, and that could very well come in handy. I like it. Loot something else, that way we can get some of this aggro. Need to get some of the aggro down. Apparently I generated a lot of aggro by all the hitting I was doing. They say that melee weapons don't generate aggro. I find that to be either untrue or random aggro spikes occur anywhere at any time, no matter what you're doing. So I'm pretty sure that using a melee weapon enough will generate some aggro. That's just a myth I would like to dispel right now. I've found the same thing happens with Warden. I don't fire a gun at all, and I'm just minding my own business and looting, and after I kill a certain number of people in a certain area, I will eventually get aggro, unless just walking creates aggro, and I guess that could be part of the case, because your steps do sound a bit different than the zombies around here, so maybe that is the case, I don't know. Okay, and we are here to the mission site, and just loot everything. That's the best I can tell you. The more stuff you can loot close together, the less likely you're going to get that spike that comes with missions. There is a slight aggro spike that comes with all missions, I think. Which is okay for extermination missions, but whenever you're trying to like find stuff, find it missions, I hate aggro spikes and find it missions. I wish that wouldn't even be like a thing, but apparently admin thought, hey, found it all, didn't even make it to the spike. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to go back a slightly different way. And we're going to loot as we go. You know, I understand that, like, Dead Frontier probably appeals to the slightly in shape crowd of people, I guess, maybe a little bit. But I really wish they had an option to like make your character a little bit like either fat or lanky, skinny. You know, not always like the muscular. You know, he's got decent looking biceps and pecs, and he's probably got a six pack under. Yeah, he does have a six pack under the shirt and everything. So I wish they would do one where you could like give him like a pot belly, you know, little beer gut, and maybe like some flabby arms or something, some stretch marks on his shoulders, all that good stuff. You know, make it a little bit more realistic. Not that I have any of that kind of stuff, but I just think it would be a nice addition to the game, that kind of thing. Uh, Other people may not agree with that, but I do. So, mission complete. And additional help. Reaching level 10, it's safe to say that you're a knowledgeable Dead Frontier player. However, if you find yourself needing more help, there are several ways of finding answers. Yes, indeed. Okay, so those are done. And we have about 50% EXP, and I don't have time for another one right this second. So if you enjoyed this, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And this is Warden1103 signing off.
Yeah!